Hey, you ready?
Let's do it.
Squad. I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't come close to her. If you with your gang, let me hear you say what?
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 4, episode 18 of the Reed Talking Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host Trey Reed. How you doing tonight, man?
Bro, pretty good on the road this week. So I'm doing the podcast live from my hotel.
There we go, man. Hey, that's just showing y'all right there the Reed Talking Listen dedication. We promised y'all no more lacking, no more slacking. That we was gonna bring y'all content back to back to back to back. And that's what we're gonna do, even on the road.
Bluetooth disconnected.
You see, my boy got the setup in the hotel room. I forgot he was on the road, and when he popped up, I'm like, "Bro, where in your house are you at?" Whatever. And he on the road with it, man. So hey, Cam, go ahead and give him some claps for that, man.
What's up, world?
Hey, man, I gotta give a shout out to my super producer right here, man, Killer Cam, man. Y'all get over there on Instagram and follow him at Killer Cam, Killr Cam over there on the Instagram, man. But even though you're on the road, I know this weekend you had to get some hunting in, man. You got in a little bit different hunting than normal, man. Tell us a little bit about that, bro.
Man, this weekend. So what happened is I've been talking to Rex, and I'm like, bro, like,
hold up, stop the presses. Speaking of Rex Hayes, man, give a big shout out to my boy Rex Hayes on his birthday today, man. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to the one and only. Well, not really the one and only.
No, the third.
The third in a long list of great men. Hey, shout out to my boy Rex Hayes. Happy birthday to you, dog.
Happy birthday, big man.
As a great man once said, continue, Ray.
So shit. So I was talking to Rex all last week, and he was like, "Bro, you hunt this weekend?" I'm like, "I'm going out, but I was like, I want to do something different." I was like, I need to like my goal this year was to kill a mule deer on public land, like straight up spot and stock mule deer. And if anybody don't know what spot and stock is, basically you are you sitting at at a high peak, you watching stuff move, animals move. Once you find the animal you want, so for me, it'd be a mule deer. Once he bed up, you make a stock on him. So you basically trying to sneak up on a wild animal, get him at close range.
Yeah.
All right. So he was like, "Bro, just do it. Just get up and go." All right. Screw it, man. So I got home Friday, loaded the car up, got up Saturday morning, dipped out, drove out west.
Yeah.
As soon as I get to the first spot, dude, mule deer everywhere. But they see my car, they spook off, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna make a stock on that.
Yeah.
So I leave, go get some breakfast, talk to you on the phone, get there. The spot that I'm going to is actually you have to get on private land in order to even get to the walking spot. So talk to lady, boom, she give me permission, go through her property, get to the walking spot. All right. Get to the highest peak, sitting there watching. All I see is doe. Just doe moving around. Now, my goal is to kill a mule deer on public land. So I don't care if it's a doe or a buck. I prefer a buck, but you know what I'm saying? The goal is just to get a mule deer on public land.
Yeah.
So after probably about an hour and a half of stalking, I see this one doe who's kind of really been, she knows that I'm there. She goes around this ridge. So I was like, all right, there's only one way she can go is to the other side. So I'm going to make my move and cut her off. And when she walked right in front of me, boom, put her down.
Yeah.
As I'm sliding down the ridge to the left of me, the ridge is up and it comes down. So it gradually comes down. So as I'm scooting down, I can start seeing it on the other side, but I'm not paying attention because my target is to the right of me.
Yeah.
As I get down and start to stand up to make my descend to start creeping to this doe, cut her off at the corner of my left eye. Big 6x7, bedded up underneath like the ridge I was just on top of.
Yeah.
He bedded right underneath me, so I didn't even see it. Didn't know he was there. So I immediately drop down, hop back up, range him, and it's like I swear, man, I swear I saw 60. I swear I saw 60. But it was a fast boom. So stand up, full draw, let the arrow fly. And the way he moved, I hit him. I had to hit him.
Yeah.
He turned, took off, got to the top of the ridge, and he got wobbly. So at that point, I dropped my bow. I'm excited. I'm not even giving this cat a chance to even get to the other side of the ridge. As soon as I get over there, I can't find an arrow. I can't find no blood. And I'm like, where does bad boy go?
Yeah.
So I call you. I'm super excited. I don't know what to do. I'm like, I gotta get this mule deer. I gotta find him. But I'm freaking out because the lady told me to be careful because there's a mountain lion in the area.
Yeah.
Well, if you know anything about mountain lions, if I get down in that ridge and he pop up over the top, I'm SOL. So now I'm trying to look for this mule deer and look up. I find no blood. I don't see him. So as I come back to the top, I see all the doe run out, but I don't see him. So I was like, I gotta go back down there. So I go back down. I'm looking. I don't find him. And then as I'm getting ready to leave, I don't know if it's him, but I saw another buck that was probably like 200 yards north of where I was at. So it could have been him. It couldn't be. But I don't know. So left empty-handed.
Left empty-handed. Another weekend down and another L for Team Dreaded Archer, man. we haven't put anything on the ground just yet, but it's still super duper early.
Hey, the L stand for lesson, man. It's a lesson learned.
Exactly, man. Lesson learned for sure. But I had a little different experience out in the woods this weekend. I didn't even actually hunt, didn't actually get in the stand, but I just went out and did a little bit of management. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it primed up, keeping it prime and proper. You know what I'm saying? Got some new cameras out, new SD cards in the cameras, new batteries, all that good jazz. Got that done, man. And this weekend, Sneaker Con. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, speaking of new cameras.
Hey,
you
looking good over there, Pinky.
You know, hey, you gotta do what you can do when you can do it. You know what I mean?
You do what you do when you do it. Hey, shout out to Macaramba. I see him out there in the comments.
Exactly.
I see him
Shout out to my guy, Ron Macaramba, man. If you don't know him, get to know him. You feel me?
Hey, and Big Kevin was in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Slapfest USA in the building, man. Hey, you ain't slapping if it ain't Slapfest. You feel me?
Already.
Hey, man, if you're on the podcast right now, we appreciate you tuning in. All we need you to do is hit that like, hit that share. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button.
Already.
All right, go ahead and do that for me. Hey, and if you're on the go, on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, anywhere you can hear a podcast, you can hear my voice and the voice of the Dreaded Archer, man. Y'all go ahead and tune into that one time for the one time.
I'm sorry y'all can't see this Spotify because we all looking real good in here for y'all.
looking good and debonair.
Oh yeah, man. It only gets better, man. It only gets better. Actually, I went back and was watching some old Reed talk and listen. Just from like the first episode we ever did with video, man. We didn't up the notch every time, man. And that's just a salute. That's a salute to ourselves. For that
keep on grinding and providing y'all with some high quality entertainment.
What you say, Trey? Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself, baby.
Exactly. Man, I can't even wait to let the cat out of the bag. But y'all gonna be wanting to like and subscribe and do all that. When I tell y'all later on what we got going on, man, y'all gonna want to like and subscribe. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to be liked it. You're gonna want to be done liked it and then subscribed before I say it. But hey, you still gonna get a chance.
Star studded.
Yeah, you hear me? You still gonna get a chance. I'm gonna let you in still, because I'm nice. But you're gonna wish you was already, for the ones that's already done liked it and subscribed it, they're gonna be on. Just know that.
Day one's gonna get exclusive content drop.
You hear me?
Before seen.
Exactly, man. So y'all better get that. Get ready to get subscribed to that. But man, it feels like, I always say this, it feels like it's been 2 weeks since the last time we talked because so much didn't happen.
For sure.
It has
But the
been 2 weeks
biggest,
for me.
the biggest thing going right now, which we got to talk about it. I have 11 messages in my inbox right now from my mother alone about this situation, man. And it's the situation with Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, over at Jackson State, and Eddie. I can't even think of it. What's Eddie's last name, man?
Robinson
Eddie Robinson
Jr.
Jr. We don't want
Please say the junior.
Yeah, we don't want to disrespect the real Eddie. But Eddie Robinson Jr. and Coach Prime, man, got some beef going. And I don't know if y'all saw the stuff that came out today. Coach Prime had a little fun with it today. I don't know if y'all saw that or not.
No, I didn't see it.
But after the game, they go to shake hands at midfield. And Eddie Robinson puts his hand in his chest, does not let Deion embrace him with the hug. And so Deion throws his arm off, like, what the heck? Post-game press conference comes around, and Eddie had a lot to say. He had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect me. Don't come running around my field before the game. You didn't come out of midfield to meet me. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect me and think I'm gonna be buddy with you after the game.
Right.
And then on top of that, he went on to add, Deion ain't swag. He ain't swag. I'm swag. All right? That's what he wanted to stand on. That's the hill he chose to die on tonight for me anyway. But Deion ain't swag. I'm swag. Because he played at Alabama State. Deion played at Florida State, for people who don't know. I want to know, first of all, what you think about it. Do you think it was disrespectful for Deion to come to his stadium and do his pregame ritual that he's done for forever? Do you feel like him putting in the backup quarterback and taking shots down the field late, disrespect? Do you feel that he ain't swag? Let me know what you think about that.
Man, here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's a football game. I don't care if it's, fourth quarter and we beating y'all by 70.
Yeah.
If I put a young guy in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left, I want to see what he can do in a game situation.
Yeah.
Can he let that joker fly against a competitive defense or opponent's defense? I want to see that, because I see it in practice, but can he do it in the live game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no, I don't think that's disrespect. 2, if anybody who knows Deion knows that's his pregame ritual. When he was a player, he ran around the entire stadium. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just like anything else, any other league, they've had a press conference. There was a press conference, and he met the coach. I've already met you once or twice, bro. I don't need to come meet you at the beginning of the game. I don't have to meet you in the middle of the field. I just don't. I gotta get my team ready, just like you gotta get your team ready. So, no, it's not disrespect. But when at first I thought like, maybe he got a point. Maybe Deion did some stuff that he gonna reveal at the press conference that he felt was disrespectful. And some of the stuff that he said, I can see how it can come off as disrespectful.
Yeah.
But then if he would have just shut up, I'd have been all right with it. But then when he come out with Deion not swag, I'm swag. Now you see the envy come out.
Yeah.
You see the jealousy come out. So it ain't about Deion and them whooping y'all ass during the game. It's not about Deion running about the stadium. It's about you and your family have been part of the SWAC for years, and y'all have done shit with it.
Exactly.
Your father was, rest his soul, but he was, not in charge of the SWAC, but he was in charge of Grambling when they were fine with letting players go to Texas, letting the black athletes go to Texas. They were fine with letting the black athletes go to Alabama. They watched the SWAC crumble, and they were content with it. They were content with getting the crumbs.
Exactly.
So now Deion comes into the SWAC, and he's making waves. He's bringing attention to the SWAC. And you feel some type of way, you feel like you should be, the front leader, because you stand on the shoulders of the SWAC greats. If you want to be real, yeah, are there SWAC greats? Yeah, but did they do anything for the conference? Hell no. So no, Deion has every bit of right to go after him.
Exactly. And Deion made the comment, when he came and he said, I heard him say it. I heard him say I wasn't SWAC. But I got this question for you. If I'm not SWAC, then who is? You know what I'm saying? And that's what stuck with me from the whole thing right there. And then a lot of people came in, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, Eddie Robinson's right. You know what I'm saying? And they came out with the little thing, and it showed Eddie Robinson's picture when he was at Alabama State and Deion's picture when he was at Florida State. And you know what I'm saying? He got drafted in the second round out of Alabama State, and Deion went drafted first round out of Florida State. All right. Okay, I get what y'all trying to say. This dude came up through the SWAC and he made it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Okay. By association, he is SWAC. I hear you. But I'm standing on what you say. What did you do for the SWAC? Exactly. Not what did you do for yourself? Because you coming through Alabama State and going to the NFL was for you. You coming back and coaching in the SWAC. Now, what have you done for the SWAC? Because prior to Deion, where was the exposure? Exactly. Where was the recruiting? Because not only is Jackson State's recruiting gone up, the entire HBCU as a whole, not just even the SWAC, the entire HBCU as a whole, all recruiting is up. You know what I'm saying? All recruiting is up. So, Mr. Eddie, what was you doing prior? You reaping off Deion's benefit and then going around and biting the hand that's feeding you, basically. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not saying that Deion runs the SWAC, but if anything, you should be grateful for what he's doing for your conference. He's bringing more light. It was a sold out crowd at that game. They had never sold that. They had never sold that out. So, Mr. I Am SWAC, how come you haven't sold out your stadium? Speak on it. It's that simple, man. And I don't understand it. And I really don't understand the ralliers behind Eddie Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
Well, man, because to me, it's just a bunch of people who probably went to Graham that
his last name Robinson.
Yeah, Eddie Robinson Jr.
Okay.
Yeah. What it is to me, a lot of people that are rallying behind Eddie Robinson, a lot of them are Grambling sympathizers. Yeah. And they still upset because Deion said Grambling pathetic. Y'all pathetic. You know what I'm saying? We have a sold out crowd. You know what I'm saying? And you guys want to leave in the third quarter. We trying to bring exposure. We trying to get ESPN Game Day to want to start coming to the SWAC events, and y'all don't want to participate. This is not, and more people they think Deion's doing it for Jackson State. Deion is doing this for the entire SWAC, man. Exactly. He want to see all the teams thrive. But
that's the whole point of the situation. I think it gets lost in it too. Because people he just wants the attention. He's just doing this for the attention.
He don't need Jackson State. He don't need the SWAC.
That's what I'm saying.
He's Deion Sanders.
Exactly. It's a lot more work right now for Deion Sanders right now at Jackson State than it would be for him doing something else, whether it be a TV show or just still doing the, hey, if you ball, you get the call. Whatever it be, whatever job or whatever source of income he would like to choose in this point in his life is way less work than being the coach at Jackson State. Hell, even going to being the coach at Florida State, LSU, TCU, schools that wanted him would be an easier task than what he's doing now. We'll get the same amount of attention, way and more exposure if you want to be real.
Yep.
If Deion and Shedeur were the coach-son duo of LSU, the coach-son duo of Florida State, it would be a way bigger story than Shedeur and Deion running through the SWAC together.
Yep.
I mean, it's just that simple. I just think, like you said, Eddie showed his envy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He pulled his pants down and his booty cheeks was red. You know what I'm saying? And he showed it. If he would have just said, oh, man, hey, tempers flared. I got the best of me, man. That's it. We wouldn't even be talking about this right now. But since them booty cheeks was red, now you all over the media. And you really look like a fool. You really.
Yeah, but see, he letting people pump his head up, though. Because now when he see that people are sympathizing with him, now he's like, oh, yeah, I was right. And now he keep on adding fuel to the fire. And Deion just the type of guy that's like, literal. I'm just.
Well, it's a losing battle. Hey, he is entertaining it because when you go watch these videos, you're gonna see. So first of all, somebody has remixed Deion's part of the interview into a song. All right. Who is SWAC? It's a whole song. Well, Deion walked into the team meeting room this morning, jamming the song, and he had on an Under Armour hoodie, and on the front of it, it says, "Who is SWAC?" And when you turn around to the back, it says, "I am SWAC." All right. So Deion's he's definitely entertaining it. He's basically like Mr. Eddie, whatever smoke you want to come with, whatever you want to run with, I'm willing to do this. All right, I'm willing to do this. All right, and that's where he is with it, man. And I'm riding with. Hey, I've been riding with Deion since he took the job at Jackson State. I'm gonna keep riding with him.
You keep riding with him, and to me, it just sucks because this is just another form of like the crab in the barrel mentality that we seem to have here in the Black community. We say we all want the same thing. Oh, for example, when speaking about the SWAC, they all say, yeah, we want to be, compared to the big schools. We want to be in the same conversation. We want our players to be drafted. All right, cool. Then a person, when you got all these teams saying we all want the same thing, but ain't nobody moving. No one's trying to take the lead.
Yeah.
Then when the first person, Deion, steps up and says, all right, let's start making marches towards this shit. All of a sudden, people want to start, no, you're doing too much. You're bringing too much attention to us. That's what we want.
That's exactly.
Get with the program.
Get with the program. You got to.
But it seemed like it's not. A lot of people like to talk a good ass game, but then when it comes to actually putting in work and trying to achieve something, they don't want to do it because it's rocking the boat. You know what I'm saying? And to me, before Deion came, it seemed like the SWAC, they was cool with just getting the players they could get.
Exactly.
They like not having to recruit. You know what I'm saying? It's hard being on the road from your family, a lot of nights trying to get the 3 and 4 star players, 5-star players. Because you really got to court them. You got to. Now that Deion doing this shit, now we got to go out. Now we working. I'm working harder trying to get this guy when last year I didn't have to do that shit. Well, hey, it's part of the program. Either get with it or get lost.
Exactly. And not to cut you off right here, but I see my boy Kevin in the comments say Slapfest need a podcast. Hey, Kevin, message probably like the number 2 message that we have been spitting on this podcast is go ahead. If you want a podcast, baby, get it. Hey,
this ain't nothing but a list of stuff, and we got it. We can tell you where to get it. I know where to get it for the cheap, baby.
You hear me? I got you. I got your number and all that, Kevin. Hey, we can get you hooked up, my boy. You can run it right out of the Slapfest Studios.
Y'all recognize this guest?
Nope. Hey, if you trying to hop on, you got to cut your camera on.
On me.
And state your business. They just out.
Exactly. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Hey, man. Yeah, we always welcome anybody that want to hit that link, man, and come on the podcast. But you got to have your camera cut on. And we need, once you get in that background, we need a little bit of info. What you got to say, man?
You got to hit the comments. The first thing you're going to see is the private chat. State your business.
State your business, man. Hey, I got my big dog in the house tonight. Hey, he wasn't back there last week. And y'all got away with some funny business back there in the back.
I heard y'all thought it was sweet.
Yeah, we ain't have none of that tonight.
he in the ghillie suit tonight, baby.
Yeah.
With the good daddy ready.
Hey, with the good daddy, baby. Hey, speaking of that, man, Troy, I got a couple questions for you, man. When do most hunting accidents happen?
When the animal's on the ground, when it's time to field dress it.
Exactly, man. Well, I got something that's gonna stop that, man. It's called the gut daddy. All right.
Tell them about the gut daddy, boss.
It's designed to be safer, faster, and cleaner in the woods this hunting season. The blood runs away from you when you field dressing your animal. It's got 4 poles that keep your animal stretched out.
Stationary.
We're gonna keep that chest, the cavity, wide open. Got your bone saw, and you also got 2 extra field dressing knives. All right, and each one of them. That's one thing I didn't tell y'all last time. Each one of them is hand sharpened. All right. Some would say just the knives. It's worth the whole price of the kit.
Already.
Some would say that. I would say that.
Exactly.
A lot of people say it though.
A lot of people say it though. All right. So like I said, I'm gonna leave y'all with this one message right here, man. If you want to make your field dressing process safer, faster, and cleaner, it's only one way to do it, and that's with the Gut Daddy at GutDaddy.com.
Where can they find the Gut Daddy, Nick?
But for real though, go ahead and get y'all Good Daddy, man, over there at gooddaddy.com. Tell them the Read Talk and Listen podcast sent you, man. They're gonna hook you up. They're gonna send it right to your front door. Like I said, each knife is hand sharpened, man. They real sharp.
They sharp.
They real sharp. We're gonna show y'all as soon as we get something on the ground. I promise.
To the RTL podcast.
Yeah, because I mean, you ain't trying to be out there in your fresh RTL or dreaded Archer gear and getting it all dirty and messing it up, baby. No. First thing you gotta do, you gotta hit that link. You get that dreaded Archer merch, and then you're gonna have to go see about the Good Daddy, and then you know what I'm saying. Then send in your videos. You could be featured on tonight's and the next Dreaded Archer podcast.
You could.
Exactly.
You
could
Tell
could.
your
be,
story.
Hey, tell your story, man. That's so funny, boy. Hey, cause y'all know we hunting it all. We hunting in the chain, the hats. We hunting it, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all get over there, man. Who else we want to shout out tonight, man? We got a shout out. We shout out the Good Daddy, man. Hey, I want to shout out my boy For the Toe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My guy over there, man. For the Toe, man. You know, I was telling y'all about that special stuff we had coming, man. It's gonna be linked up with For the Toe. So y'all make sure y'all get over there on Instagram and follow my guy at For the Toe. 4THA Toe. Over there on Instagram, man. Make sure y'all get over there. We're gonna be giving away some Panda Dunks. You know what I'm saying?
The who? Wait a minute, one more time. He didn't say what I thought he said.
Yes, sir. We're gonna be giving away them Panda Dunks. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
It's gonna be a little
Bravo.
read talk and listen. A little read talk and listen For the Toe collab, man. Shout out my guy. So y'all gonna have to get over there, follow my guy at For the Toe. Y'all gonna have to get over here, follow us on the Read Talk and Listen. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get y'all linked up with some Panda Dunks, man. It's coming around. Christmas coming.
That's the hot shoe.
Christmas coming. I know you can't find them.
Can't-
I know you can't find them. I know you can't find them, man. So we're gonna have some more details on that for y'all coming next week.
Oh
man.
yeah,
But
stay tuned. Stay
I had to
tuned.
go ahead and get it out there. I couldn't hold it. I was gonna try to hold it to the end, but I couldn't hold it, man.
No, go. Hey, and we don't just be talking. Go check the comments. We really shop with dude. We really mess with dude. That's the homie. Shout out to my boy Dawson, man, putting us on game.
Big facts. Panda. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, For the Toe, he got some exclusive gear, man. He got some exclusive gear. I know y'all might not know.
For all sizes. Show him a little something. What you got?
I don't even got him sitting beside me.
Yeah, don't get yourself in trouble now. Don't get yourself in trouble.
But what I do have is the box. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's clean right there. Show him the box.
Exactly. If I can get it out the box, inside the box, you know what I'm saying? Drop my phone. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he ain't playing no games, man. He ain't playing no games at For the Toe, man. He
That's
ain't
a
playing
social
no
status,
games.
baby. That's
You
limited
see it
run.
right there. You know, he ain't playing no games. That's my size. I can't even worry about that. But that's my
Yeah.
size. You feel me?
All
Well, yeah.
sizes.
Hey,
Big
come
foots,
on,
little
man.
foots. Come get it how you live. For the toe.
That's my guy For the Toe, man. Oh, bro. And if you tuned into the podcast right now, you got to share this thing, man. We got to get them shares up.
Get them shares up.
I can't keep telling y'all how much. We have to go just straight to YouTube because y'all not sharing on Facebook anyway.
Hey,
You know
man,
what I'm saying? So we just gonna go straight to the YouTube. We
quit
need watch
treating us like
hours
the
over there.
side chick, man. We know y'all watching, man. Don't quit treating us like the side
We
chick. Let
see
your
the
friends know.
analytics. We see the
We
analytics.
see the analytics, and then we got people saying, "Hey, man, I saw the show. I didn't see you in the comment section,
I
big
didn't see
homie.
you in the
Didn't see
comments.
nothing
I didn't see you
share.
share it."
I didn't see you share it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So let me get that share, man. You know what I'm
What
saying?
up,
Let me get that love.
Measley? What up, Measley? I know you out there on the road in the Tweety Bird, keeping it hot, baby. Delivering, getting it in.
Measley cooped up right now, man. He got a neck issue.
Oh, he got one of them Tiger Woods injuries. Huh?
He walking around one of the foam things and everything.
Measley, say it ain't so, man.
Hey, shout out my guy Measley, man. Y'all get over there at Measley Museums on the Instagram, man. That's my boy. For sure. But speaking of homies, well, I guess they really not homies no more. The Golden State Warriors had a little trouble at practice, man. I know we all heard about it. I know we've all seen it, man.
I'm gonna let you talk about this.
Draymond Green and Jordan Poole had a little scuffle, or you can call it a scuffle. It really was just a push. Draymond, I'm gonna let you know I'm not really going for that, and it was over with, man. You know what I'm saying? But now it raises. I guess in the media we have fun spinning things or making situations out of things that really aren't situations. 10 years ago, he would have punched this kid in the eye. we would have heard about it 2 weeks after the fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be all over. But since it is 2022, the media is going crazy. At the end of this year, if they keep Jordan Poole and Draymond Green, they'll be going over into a luxury tax, one of the biggest luxury taxes that an NBA team has ever seen. Right? So now everybody's like, who are they going to keep? Draymond Green. Who should they keep? Jordan Poole. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that? And then also, what do you think about the whole situation in entirety?
I mean, we've all been on. I mean, not to say we all, but for everyone who's been on a sports team, there's always that that one guy in practice that no matter what go on, he ready to scrap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't been in high school and seen scraps. I've been in college and seen scraps. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is what it is. You scrap, coach break it up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all teammates, y'all shake hands, whatever, and go about your way.
Yeah.
But the way the media spin stuff, and it's a story. You know what I'm saying? It's a story. The NFL, I mean NFL, but NBA about to get ready to start, and it's just one more story to add on to the the mountain of stories that they can possibly come out with this year.
Yeah.
And with them both being in their contract year, it raises the question. You got these two guys on the team that obviously don't get along. They ain't homeboys anymore. They fighting. If you keep both of them, you got this luxury tax you gotta pay. But now they've both given you a reason to decide, pick one and let the other one go. So I mean, obviously, if you go in the state, Draymond is on the downward curve. You know what I'm saying, downward side.
Yeah.
So you might want to stay with Jordan Poole because he's young and he's still he got a lot of game left in him. So to me, I think if the media didn't make a big deal about it, we wouldn't hear about who they gonna keep.
Yeah.
But now that the media has spun it this way, now it's become a story. So now it's gonna be all eyes on Draymond Green and Jordan Poole.
Exactly, man. But this is my thing right here. First of all, Draymond is a staple in Golden State.
True.
All right. I'm not saying they're gonna keep Draymond because I think what you just said is the only thing that matters. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna make this team better moving forward? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they appreciate everything Draymond has done. What, 3 or 4 championships over there with him? Countless of countless of situations where Draymond had to be the guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he did it. You know what I mean? Not necessarily scoring, but energy, defense, rebounds. Draymond has taken over plenty of games just by doing those things alone. So he's never had to score the ball. But you can't hit his game is shaped to a young man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As Draymond gets older, how physical can you stay without going and doing the most? Which we're starting to see him do the most more and more. You know what I'm saying?
Just to keep up.
Exactly. So we seeing the last days of Draymond in Golden State. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it will be because of this situation. With this, the same guy who got into it with KD, a way bigger ego than Jordan Poole. You know what I'm saying? And they were able to mend that, you know what I'm saying, and finish out their season together and all that shit. So I don't think we'll see any more going forward, even though Jordan Poole was like, no, I'm not cool with Draymond Green or whatever. I don't think we'll see any more. First of all, because that was basically like a G check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a really malicious punch. It was a G check. Like, okay, little young buck, you gonna run up on me. Bow. I told you I wasn't playing with you. You know what I'm saying? And then
the young catch you gotta show him Fat Meat Greasy.
You hear me? So that's all that was, man. I don't think we'll see anything else about it. But I also think it shows how soft players are getting these days, man.
Oh yeah, you can't raise your voice at them. Everybody want to be catered to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And nobody knows how to find their place. And then nobody also knows how to really step up. This ain't got nothing to do with the Draymond Green situation. This is just speaking of athletes in general getting soft.
Yeah.
Like when it's that time to make a play, like who gonna be that guy? You know what I'm saying? And that's just as a whole right now. I feel like athletes, I don't know if it's the way we're training them, if it's the way we're coaching them, if it's the way we're teaching them in schools, at home, whatever it is. But athletes are just getting soft. You know what I'm saying? When times get tough, I'm on sidelines all the time. When times get tough, it turned into pudding over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that I just see it more and more and more as the years go on.
Man, and I think, and I could be wrong. This is just my opinion, so I'm putting this out there.
Yeah.
But I think that when these coaches, these new age coaches, they're preaching this this one team thing. We all family, we all together. I get that. That's your coaching philosophy. But with these younger kids, they take that as if we are one mind. You know what I'm saying? And if we all down, then we all down. You know what I'm saying? There's no one to say, I gotta step out this mindset and I gotta lead this team. Everybody's looking for somebody to be a leader, but nobody wants to be the leader because they think that if I step out and try to be a leader, I'm gonna get punished for it because now I'm making it about me. And it's not the case at all. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, damn, I sound old saying that shit back in the day. but back in the day, you know what I'm saying? If you was down 21-0, you know what I'm saying? And everybody looking around saying, damn, you know what I'm saying? What we gonna do? You had that one cat to say, hey, let's get our shit together, man. We gotta go out there and win this shit.
Exactly.
And now coaches don't want that.
I think they do want that, but they want it in a certain way. Like I feel like a lot of coaches nowadays that they want that to happen, but it has to happen naturally. Like you can't have that guy take his helmet off on the sideline, chunk that bitch to the 30, and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You can't do all that nowadays. That's frowned upon heavily. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's what it takes sometimes to get your team elevated to that next level. Sometimes it take a personal foul. Shit, give them 15. I know I'm finna go get 15. Sometimes I'm finna go get into it with their quarterback, or I'm finna go get into it with their running back. Just to turn my boys up a little bit.
Exactly.
I'm gonna pay for it on Saturday. I'm gonna go when we go with the film. They gonna get on my neck. I might have to run a little bit at practice, whatever case may be. But I'm finna turn this team up a notch.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know what's finna happen as soon as I get into a little scuffle. You know what I'm saying? But when I was at PG, I know if I get in a little scuffle, Cortez stupid turn. You know what I'm saying? That's a sack on the next play. A forced fumble on the next play. You know what I'm saying? Off my 15-yarder. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think we've bred into our kids and into our athletes, man, that it's not okay to do that.
Yeah, oh yeah. You don't even see guys get hype anymore. It's like they get hyped and instead of getting hyped with them, you know what I'm saying? A guy come off the end, make a great sack, get up, he flexing and hey man, calm down. No, don't calm me down.
Ain't no calming
I just
down.
made a play. I made a game-changing play. The momentum is shifting, and you now you're bringing me down.
Exactly.
We might get a penalty.
I'm trying to do something every play to get this entire stadium on their feet.
Rocking. And they teams are missing that these days. I've been to a couple high school games, and I see it. You know what I'm saying? A cat make a beautiful play. Either a great form tackle or went up, knocked the ball down, intercepting something. And it's just kind of like, okay, guys, cool. Throw the ball back. And it's like, no, man, get hyped. You losing. That's the sad part. The teams be losing and they'll make a big play and no one is trying to get hyped to get that momentum to swing. It's just kind of like, all right, on to the next play.
Exactly.
I just knocked your socks off and I'm going to help you up. I'm not helping you up.
Exactly. It's football is such a game of momentum. You know what I'm saying? First of all, it's the most brutal sport out there. We got to get that. We got to remember that in all talks of football. So no, I'm not saying is it okay for people to be running around in real life, throwing things in the air or cussing folks out, none of that. But football ain't real. It ain't like the real world. You know what I'm saying? It's brutal. All right. I need you to grab me by the face mask sometimes and tell me to get my shit together out here. Because at the end of the day, they trying to kill you. I'm trying to run through you. That's killing you.
Yep.
You trying to run through me. Exactly. So in the most brutal game out there, there ain't no room for all this soft shit that's going on. There ain't no room for all this helping the team up. I don't have time in between plays to help you up and celebrate with my team. Which one am I gonna pick? Celebrate with my team every time.
I'm celebrating every single time. Bro, you good. Get up. You can get yourself up. And
you got 11 to get you up or 10. You got 10 to get you up, bro. I'm not getting you up. Man. Your coach should have taught them to pick your ass up. I'm not getting you up, bro. I'm slapping heads. I'm going dumb. I know I made myself, I'll guarantee you in high school for sure, I made myself more tired in between plays than I ever did in a play. I might have a 4-yard run and I smoked the linebacker at the end of that joker, and I read him a book before I went back to the huddle, gasping for air off that 4-yard run. But that's just what it takes, and that's what it takes in the game of football, man. That other team, bro, they supposed to be talking about you for weeks after y'all get done playing. Hey, you remember when he called you? You know what I'm saying? You better shut up before I go get that number. You know what I'm saying? That's what it should be for the whole next couple weeks at school for whoever y'all playing against. But that's no longer a thing. I mean, some teams still got it.
Yeah, and you can tell when you watch those teams, bro. From goal, they own your neck. They talking shit from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. All day, they in your face.
And I know you've been on a PG team like this before because I was on a PG team like this too. Anybody who'd have been there on PG, you know what I'm talking about right here. Back in the day, you done been out there against a team like that, and you done looked around, and you knew it wasn't no hope. It wasn't no hope because everybody else out there was scared.
Yep,
everybody else out there was scared. Booty holes about this tight. Everybody out there was scared, and you just knew what it was going to be all night long. But that's what you're supposed to be doing to the other teams.
Yep.
Everybody's supposed to be, we out here, I don't care if you the trashiest person on my team. You better be out here talking like you finna get out here and run for 99. Bro, every time you touch it.
Every time.
Even if you're not even gonna get in. You can, nowadays, they be having the other teams walking by the other teams. That wasn't flying.
No.
Back then. That wasn't flying, bro. I got something to say.
There was at least one person that was gonna pop it off.
I got something to say
because he knew if I say something, I know my cats got me. They not gonna be, hey man, you can't say that. They gonna be like, hell yeah.
It's already on my mind. I have no, bro. And then social media wasn't popping like this, so I think that might be another thing too, because everybody really know each other.
Yeah, everybody
really. You know what I'm saying? Everybody really already know each other. But if they don't know me, I am definitely trying to scare you. You know what I'm saying? Even though out there on the field, I really don't give it. There really ain't no rules. But I'm really trying. I'm going to the line. They gonna have to flag me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to flag me down before I get off you. That's the way it's supposed to be. Even if it's across town and I do know you, they gonna have to flag me before I get off you. That's just how it's a brutal sport. And I think we're taking the brutality out of it. You know what I'm saying? We want football to be like basketball. And basketball to me is getting more rough, and football is getting weaker.
Getting weaker, getting soft. It's getting real soft. It's like you said, there's been games where you look around and you know how you feel. You know, like I'm ready to go do my thing. But you look around and you got teammates and they just kind of like, man, because they look at the other team like, man, I don't even know we got a chance. But then the ball get kicked off, man, and you know somebody go down there and crack a skull, and they get up and they now that one cat that's on the sideline who was a little quiet, he's like, yeah, and also he started building, and then you start getting guys who they might be matched up against a guy who's just a way better athlete than them, but the fact that now they seen you crack somebody's skull, now they want a piece of the pie, they want to feel what you just felt.
Exactly.
And they turn up, and nothing is worse, or nothing is better than a cat who really not that good, but he get a little bit of confidence about himself. You can't tell that motherfucker nothing. Exactly. You can't tell him nothing at that point. And now he's on fire. He talking that shit, and now it bleeds over. Now the whole team, and you ain't supposed to be winning that game, but now everybody confidence up, everybody talking that shit. Now everybody ready to go. And that's how teams who really shouldn't be beating teams go out there and beat them.
Exactly. It's a game of momentum. And that's the type of shit
they put the fear into them.
In a football game. We can all say we want the rules to be this and that because our kids are playing and we don't want them to have CTE. We don't want them to be concussed and we want their brains to fully develop. We can say that all day, 24/7. But no one can tell me they don't want to be sitting in the stands, somebody throw it across the middle, and you see the receiver get whacked.
We love it,
We love it.
dude.
We love it.
It's modern day gladiator fighting, man.
We love it,
just like
bro.
in the Coliseum back in Rome. Except you ain't seen a dude fight a lion, or you ain't seen dudes fight to the death. But
Exactly.
it's damn near close though.
Exactly. And we love it. And that's what I'm saying. We gotta separate, because that's the thing. Like, we're trying to build young men. We're trying to build these men up. We're trying to build men up. We gotta separate from like what we're teaching when we're teaching boys to be men, and then how you play a sport.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Like meet me on the field is a whole lot different than meet me in Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that, I think that's where we gotta try to mend that gap somehow.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you a perfect example, man. Vontez Burfict. People, he has been labeled the dirtiest player in the NFL.
Yep.
But he's a 2-time Walter Payton of the Year finalist. Because off the field, he's a gentle giant. You know what I'm saying? He helping the community. He ain't out 24/7 out there knocking heads at Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He a man of the people. But between them lines, he a barbarian. I'm here to take your soul.
However I gotta do it.
However I gotta do it. And that's what football is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in any sport, everybody talk about this Mamba mentality. Oh, you gotta have the Mamba mentality. Yo, if you know anything about a black Mamba, it is a deadly ass snake. It's going for the kill.
Will chase you.
It will chase you. It's going for the kill. So everybody say, "Oh, I want the Mamba mentality," but you helping cats up. Nah,
no, we would never.
I ain't helping you up. I'll shake your hand after the game and tell you good job. Let's go to Waffle House and chill. But that 60 minutes, I'm on your head, player.
On your head.
Because if I'm not on your head, you might be on mine, and I ain't trying to have that. I'm not trying to get talked about. I'm not trying to be in the newspaper getting embarrassed. You're not doing that to me. My mama understands. I ain't going for that. It's me or you, and it's me and you, and all day I'm going with me.
Exactly. And that's the mentality you're supposed to have, man. And I don't want to harp on it for too long, but it's gotta get better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better, man. It's part of the game. So we gotta do better.
It's what it is.
But speaking of part of the game,
to the RTL podcast.
People that should not be play as big of a part of a game have been playing a huge part in a lot of games. And I can't let it go on for no longer, man. Referees, man. Referees. Read the room, my boy. Read the room. That's all I can say. Read the room. When the big games, big plays in big games, read the room, man. Know when and when not to throw a flag. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's all I can say. Know when and when not to throw the flag.
Yeah, if it's I can understand if it's like a little exhibition game, you know what I'm saying, or two teams that ain't got no chance to go to the playoffs, nothing like that. I get that. When you got two ranked teams and they fighting for supremacy in their conference or their league, let it play out, man. Unless it's just something egregious, let it play out. Let the kids play, man.
You gotta let the kids play, man. If ain't nobody out there, if they're not fighting and they're not doing no blatant stuff, bro, you gotta let it play. For interior D lineman, you done been in them games before where, yeah, they holding a little bit, but it ain't nothing crazy, and the ref just not calling it. He's a good ref.
Yeah.
He's a good ref. The game is too big for that 60-yard call to be called back on that little weak holding. You should have broke through that anyway. So don't be. I don't know. I've always heard this from really good refs. All right. Just how they say, like, the refs are part of the field. If you run into them, ain't no penalty, ain't no call, ain't no redo, none of that shit. They part of the field, and that's exactly that is what they're supposed to be. Part of the field. When you leave a football game, nobody says, "Man, ooh, that field sure played a big old part in that game." No one says that. Maybe back in the day when everybody was playing on different type of surfaces, but now everybody pretty much got the same field.
Same thing.
No one leaves the game and says, "Ooh, that field played a huge part in that game tonight."
Nope.
But I bet you've left plenty of games probably in this season so far. Man, them refs played a huge part in the outcome of that game.
Yeah, they caused the momentum to be swung in that one team's favor.
Exactly.
Because one play will change the game. One
whole
call
game.
will change. One call will change the game.
Exactly. Just same momentum we just talked about is the same momentum that switches. It switches off people getting big hits, people talking shit, but it also switches off calls.
Yep. I mean, I didn't see games where, like I said, DN come off the line, big sack, get up, get the flex, and all of a sudden flag, unnecessary roughness, or
Personal foul.
a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. What? Bro, do you realize it's 14-14 with 15 seconds left? I just got a sack, and you gonna call it a penalty? For real? You gonna call it unsportsmanlike conduct? Nah, man.
Exactly. That's the referees trying to live in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they trying to live through the game.
Yeah.
That's the referees trying to, you know, you feel like you ain't big dog nowhere, but out here you big dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the referees doing that. And
hold on. I don't even get me started on no referees, boy.
Exactly. My boy Cam had a few run-ins. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold this camera. I'm about to slide out to the parking lot.
Yeah. My boy there had a couple run-ins with some refs on the sidelines, man. It's just a lot of refs, but they just overstep, man. Like, you got a lot to be worried about, bro. You really shouldn't be worried about me over here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they take their job. I ain't gonna say they take their job too serious because it's a serious job. All right. But they take their job too serious.
No, it's a serious job. It's a very serious job. You know, they're out here looking out for these kids and their health and their well-being, and they got to call a straight-up fair game. But all this extra stuff you're doing, all this attitude, all this, what's the word I'm looking for? All this diva, you out here, man, you ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Exactly. Ain't nobody coming to see you, man. We coming to watch these kids. We coming to watch these dudes, whoever it is. We're not coming to see you, bro. And that's all I gotta say about that race.
You know, and that makes me think about, like, you know, this past weekend, NFL weekend, bro, there was a lot of questionable roughing the passing calls, and it was like, normally, especially when just giving an example, the Tom Brady sack, you know what I'm saying, when they're playing Atlanta, that's a normal tackle, man. I've seen quarterbacks get wrapped around the waist, spun around, and slammed down. That's a normal tackle. And I know they haven't come out and said anything yet, but this is just me kind of, you know, trying to think ahead of the game. I think they're trying to overcorrect what happened to Tua a couple weeks ago, or last week.
Yeah, trying to
they're overcorrecting. And if that's what you're gonna do, cool, do that. But you need to put out a statement before the that week starts. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Hey guys, hey, we messed up. We let a good one get injured. We're gonna crack down. We're gonna do our best not to let that happen anymore. So, you know what I'm saying? Be prepared to be judged by the book, because that's what we're looking at. But don't just pop up and be like, oh, no, we can't do that.
And then tell me,
like
not only to tell me, show me what is a roughing the passer tackle. Because last I checked, roughing the passer was once the ball was gone. I ain't never seen roughing the passer while he still got it in his hand. That's a sack, baby. And those two calls, because you had one against the Kansas City game, and you had one against in the Atlanta game, that changed the game. It literally changed the game. It changed the outcome of the game.
Probably had one against New Orleans too, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
See, I didn't even know about that one.
No, no. He just trying to make excuses. But he just trying to make excuses.
Wait, don't do me like that, Vin.
But no, they definitely are overcorrecting or overcompensating for the Tua incident with all this madness. But also with Tom Brady, we know he's got the bubble wrap around him
already.
You know what I'm saying? This isn't the first. This isn't the first, and it won't be the last. Specifically with Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying? Because he's got that TB12 bubble around him. And hey, if you touch me too hard, they trying to see me play till I'm 50. So if you touch me too hard, they gonna get you now, and everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? You can even hear guys on the mic'd up. You can go watch mic'd up right now, and you can hear guys run up on and be like, no, that's Tom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, make sure you don't hit Tom. If it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't clean, make sure you don't hit Tom. Because you for sure gonna get that flag. You know what I'm saying? So we know he's got that. But as far as everybody else goes, it's definitely remnants. We're seeing, you know what I'm saying? We're seeing little remnants of the Tua situation. We're gonna start seeing it all around the league. Wait till the next across the middle, head to head happen. They're gonna find them. It's gonna be bad. They're gonna find him heavy. He gonna be out for 1 or 2, 3 games. You gonna see?
Might pull his Nike deal.
I'm telling you, they're definitely. It's gonna be big time, because that's the biggest thing that the NFL has always, I guess, prided themselves on, and that is, and that's covering their own ass.
Yep.
And we ain't gonna do nothing else, baby. We gonna cover our trail.
We gonna cover it up.
And they've been great at that for years. They've always done it. We still don't know what happened to them bricks that was in Patrick Chung's trunk. You know what I'm saying? None of that. The NFL has always been great at covering their tracks, man. And and cutting ties with any dead weight.
Hey, speaking of talking about fines, yo, you see what they fined Devonta Adams?
Oh yeah, for pushing the dude down or whatever.
$100K.
100K.
Now you guys are in that industry.
Good thing.
Now, what would y'all do?
I'm whooping ass. It's free game with me. It's free game with me. You can do whatever you want to do to me on the sideline because I'm not just gonna take that shit. It's free game with me, baby.
Bro, I'm telling you. Let me tell you. If I'm that cameraman, I am getting up with that stick or stabilizer, wherever you got, and I'm going to town, player. You got pads on, bro. I'm going to town on your ass.
It's 1 or 2 ways, man. You can take your payday. Or you gonna do what you would, because to me it's not me being a cameraman at the NFL game and this guy and his NFL players push me down. It's another man just pushed me down
because he lost.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. So it's free game with me on the sideline.
I'm gonna let you know, you high school kids, y'all gonna get a pass.
Oh yeah. I ain't going to jail for nobody.
Hey, but your daddy got to see me after this.
He said the cameraman would have whooped Nick. All right. Hey, we ain't going to talk too much on here. Just know.
Trying to keep our jobs.
Yeah. Just know.
It ain't sweet. All right. Know that.
Exactly, baby. It ain't. Hey, I can't tell you how saucy it is.
No, but yo, But
Yeah.
the media is blowing this shit up, and they're making like Devonta Adams like this absolute horrible person. Like, was he wrong for pushing the dude? Yeah, but yeah, like, just a few months ago, he was like loved by everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, it's because he's having a bad season too. We gotta take that into account because sports fans, we're trash people.
Yeah, we fickle. We fickle.
We're the worst people on earth. So he's having if he was almost touching a band right now, or touching a band right now. Oh, cameraman, get your ass up.
Get out the way.
You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have been in Devontae's way. What the hell was he doing?
That ain't gonna fly in the postseason when them stipends coming in, the bonuses. No.
But hey, you having a rough year? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, boy.
He's gonna take it out on a lonely camera.
Exactly. It ain't our fault you can't catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all type of shit that the sports fans gonna go through before they can do the right thing. All right. So he should have known my year ain't going that well. If I do this, you know what's coming with it. He did.
Yo.
He did it. He got to take what's coming with it. He should have stayed. It looked like he should have stayed his ass in Green Bay. That's all I'm saying. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Hey, that's neither here nor there, by the way. Look like he just stayed his ass where he was at.
He was chasing that money.
Hey, go get your bread though. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
If the bread is indefinitely what's gonna make you, you know what I'm saying, make you sleep well that night, my boy, go get your bread. But you know, us right here sitting in these little boxes, we're gonna do our job.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're gonna do our job. So hey, you chasing that bread, get your bread and cut your TV off. But you stayed in Green Bay, I think y'all had a shot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because they're having a good season right now. But you already know you can never count Aaron Rodgers out because he on a mission.
I said something today about Aaron Rodgers that I think is his bread and butter. At the end of the day, he gonna put that hoe there.
Yep.
If you can say whatever you want to say about Aaron Rodgers. He a-hole. He don't talk to his family. He ain't a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I would never want to be around him. At the end of the day, he gonna put that hoe there.
And if you got any kind of hands, you gonna catch it. I hope you catch it.
Can we get the dreaded Archer on the episode of The Blind?
Yes.
You already know. You already know.
Hey, that's really just his way of getting his promotion on here.
Yeah,
I just want y'all to know that because we've already had this conversation before. But I just want y'all to know that was a way of him getting his promotion on here of The Blind. So we're gonna shout him out.
That slick, shameless plug.
Yeah, that slick plug.
Hey,
I'll go October 18th.
Shout out to Brian Bolt and Garrett. I don't want to mess it up. Garrett Camp. Brian Bolt and Garrett
or as
Camp.
we affectionately call him, Bolt to tell you, Garrett Wayne. One time for the comments for Garrett Wayne.
So hey, Brian Bolt and Garrett Wayne, Garrett Camp, gonna be over there on The Blind, man. October 18th, man. Y'all make sure y'all get over there and watch that, man. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. I know. Hey, you know me. I gotta get in the background and see something before it come out. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's gonna be lit, baby.
Hey, I'm down for it, man. I'm down for it, and I want to come shoot some ducks. So I got some recipes I need to try out.
Well, you better not go with both.
Hey, he fooled me. We'll premiere it right now.
Hey, stop playing with that boy. Look, he finna shut us down.
Yeah.
Cease and desist.
Cease and desist. Copyright strike.
No, man. Shout out to my favorite Arkansas insurance agent, man. This is Brian Bolt.
Man.
Oh boy. But no, man. Crazy things to be said. Since we're going crazy right now, I guess we can bring this up. Charleston White. Many love him.
Wait, hold on. Remember where we're gonna be at this weekend. Don't go too crazy because
hey, Charleston White. Charleston White.
Well, before you gotta explain to people who Charleston White is.
That's what I'm about to say.
He's loved by many. Facebook.
Loved by many, hated by a lot. All right, man. He's an internet sensation, I guess you would call him. YouTube sensation. And he goes hard on gang members and rappers and really just anybody in the streets who he doesn't feel is doing right by the black community. All right, that's his target number one. And then he goes on all these shows, all these podcasts and stuff like that or whatever, and he just says all these outlandish things. But in real life, he's a child activist. You know, he helps kids, get out of trouble if they found themselves with the wrong group of people and got in, some big trouble. You know what I'm saying? He can fight for you and stuff like that. Changing laws and all kind of stuff like that in his real life. But on the internet, all he does is say crazy stuff and outlandish things, man. And his big question is, why does my community want me gone and off this internet and talking about all these people? But for all these years, they've never wanted anyone who destroyed the community off the internet, man. So what you think about Charleston White, man? And what do you think about his hatred or the love that he gets?
I mean, I think the love that he gets because he's saying stuff that a lot of people are afraid to say. And that seems to be like the sentiment in the U.S. right now. People who are like out that are speaking out against stuff that behind closed doors we all talk about.
Yeah,
they get a little bit of love. They get championed. But then on the flip side, if you start speaking some stuff that is true and people know it's true, and they're afraid to talk about it, they're gonna tell you you're wrong. You shouldn't say that. Although it's true, even if you're speaking facts, you shouldn't say that because XYZ. Well, if it's wrong and I'm speaking out against it and what I'm saying is true, why should I be silenced? You know what I'm saying? There's people out there doing way worse stuff than that I'm doing, but you want me gone? Like, nah, man. And I some of the stuff we talk about, I agree with. So it's some stuff that I've said on this podcast that he said. Like, I mean, we speaking the same tune. So
I think his angle, like going after these high target people, though, is like if he is doing good and he's trying to do right by the community and he's trying to instill these things, but going after these high target, artists or name people like Desi Banks, Parlay, the comedian. I seen the thing on him where they had a conversation and he broke out the taser, finna start tasing him over just because he was, trying to talk to him about what he was doing. So, I mean, I agree with some of it, but I think a lot of us.
No, a lot of it is antics, and sometimes your message can get lost in the antics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you
That's
just,
what I think. I think at this point, at least amongst the entire community, I think his message is lost because you really gotta sit down and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta pick and choose. You kind of gotta like,
you gotta filter through the bullshit.
yeah, you gotta filter through it. You know what I'm saying, to see the message. So I think his message at this point amongst the entire community is a lost message. But at the same time, when he's just blatantly saying, "Hey, why is this okay?" It's kind of like that song. It's okay when they do it. Problem when I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
can't say the rest.
When he going? Yeah. When are we going to sit here and say, "Oh, okay"? Despite all this other stuff he's saying right here, this part is real.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk too much crazy because I listen to the shit. I listen to the music, the killing, the dealing, the willing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really, because I like the music. I can't say I don't like the music. But I've gone on record. I put myself on tape saying, this shit's messed up, man, but I can't stop listening to it. I say it all the time.
Yeah. No, I mean, and there's at the end of the day, it's entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And there are some artists that take that to a whole nother level. Like, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. And there are people, it comes with maturity because around 2006 to 2008, that Carter 3 was out. I was living that life. I was really living that life. But you can't do that. You can be entertained by, you going to the gym, you're on your way to work, you're running late, you throw some of that on. I was on that Jeezy this morning. Shout out Jeezy. But you can't really trap or die. You can, but the consequences is not in your favor.
You ain't gonna end up where he at for the most part.
No, it's one of those things that people always say. They ask is like, is it life? Is it art imitating life, or is it life imitating art?
That's what I'm saying. But we are in a weird time right now, right? With that situation, because for a long time it was art. Or no, it was art. Yeah, art imitating life for a long time. For a long time, rappers, LL Cool J was rapping about love. He was rapping about real, real love stories. You know what I'm saying?
Love.
He was. You had Run DMC and them rapping about their daily life, what the hell they was doing. Ice Cube, today was a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Which today is still to me one of the best storytelling songs out there. Because he walk you through waking up, all going to play ball with his homies.
Mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. You know what I'm saying? He shake him up, shake. Hey, stop playing.
7-Eleven, 7-Eleven, 7 even back door,
Joe. Hey. But yeah, it was art imitating life. I'm gonna show you how I'm living. I'm gonna show you what I go through, whatever. Well, eventually it starts switching over. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wanted to be the rappers. Now I want to be Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? I want to be Tupac. I want to be Biggie. I want to be whoever. And they start acting like that in real life. Now I'm playing that part. He say 7-Eleven back door, Lil Joe. See, I gotta wake up. I gotta shoot that dice. It ain't gonna be no good day if I don't shoot that dice. Ice Cube said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's dice games breaking out everywhere. Well, what come with that? The fighting, the violence. You know what I'm saying? And then now, shit, he was a rapper too. So now I'm a rapper. I'm a rap about what I'm really out here, what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think so. It became life imitating the art. And then it just spilled over and over and over. And how deep you want to go with it. You know what I'm saying? to the now. Oh, they talking about carrying around the stick with the drum on it. Now I'm carrying around the stick with the drum on it.
Yep.
I'm really doing that. Oh, I caught a couple. He said he caught a couple bodies. I got a couple cats around the street talking that shit anyway.
I got.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch me a body. Now I can call me a body. Now I get on the mic and I'm just talking about it. It's still it's a revolving door with it.
Yep.
Revolving door with it, man. But like I said, music. I said this before, that music touches us in a different way, right? Music always gonna touch us in some type of way.
Yeah,
But-
because like you can hear a song that that you listening to when you out, especially like say during football, a song you listen to before a football game. I can still listen to some songs. I can still smell the locker room. I know I can feel the shoulder pads on my shoulder. It's like it take you back. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how music can touch you, make you feel.
Exactly. And so I think that's when they put it in the songs. If you're susceptible, because first of all, you gotta be susceptible to taking shit like that. But if they put it in the songs and you're susceptible to living that life, shit, you hooked. You gotta be Young Boy. You gotta be Dirt. You gotta be Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the music you listen to. That's the energy it push on. I can listen to that and it's gonna motivate me to go knock out 4 videos.
Yeah, facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it all depends on how you spin it.
Exactly, man. I don't even know how we got off on this track, but the life imitating the music is at a huge point in our culture right now, bro. And it's almost scary.
Nah, it ain't almost. It is scary, man.
Because whatever the rappers are doing, that's what we do. Oh, Charleston White. That's how we got off on this.
Yeah.
That's how we got off on this. So why shouldn't the community embrace Charleston? Hey, we don't want to hear you talking about all the extra shit, but we are trying to hear your message you spit.
I don't know. We like degeneracy. We love it. We thrive off of it to the point where even the politicians realize that the culture embraces degeneracy.
Yeah.
Therefore, they use that to get people to go out and vote.
Yeah.
And it is how it is. We're the only culture that don't embrace the doctors and lawyers and engineers, and we embrace the degenerates in our society. So or in our culture, this is how it is.
You can even say in our society.
Oh yeah, our society at this point.
I mean, even just YouTube stars. A lot of YouTube stars is just our society
Filmed.
loving degeneracy.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? How many guys or groups are famous on YouTube right now, or famous in general right now, of degeneracy? I mean, even from way back then, it ain't just no new age shit. Everybody been watching Jackass for years.
Yep.
Yeah.
We love degeneracy.
It's entertaining, and I think it's because I wouldn't do it, but I love watching somebody else do it.
Exactly. Hey, Pain Olympics when we was coming up, y'all remember that?
Man,
how can that get big? See what I'm saying?
That's torture.
And how can we allow that to get big? Well, we did.
And it's even cats kind of piggyback off of that in our community. So I know if it's happening here, it's probably happening everywhere. These kids fresh out of high school that ain't really trying to concern themselves with going off into college to become a doctor or a lawyer, that they doing wild stuff on out here trying to get these likes on whatever platform it's on. It's like, recognize where we at. You can and will be shot or stabbed or whatever for doing this wild stuff. Like, I mean, it's,
Well, it's one of those things. Oh, I forgot what. I said it before in the podcast. Likes and views are the new currency. You know what I'm saying?
And I think a lot of that stuff comes from too is us hiding our kids from actually the world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of the times I feel like, you know what I'm saying, people that I know, you know what I'm saying, that were hidden from the world, they didn't really know how to go out into a certain situation. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really know how to go out and do a certain, act a certain way accordingly. They've always been in this little safety zone, built by their parents or you know what I'm saying, built by wherever they grew up, that they don't know anything outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So
You know who I thought about when you first said that? Them highlights. You know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna put him out there like
yeah, exactly. They don't know anything outside of their little bubble. So the way they acted in their bubble, walking up to anybody, saying anything, and not expecting a consequence, that's been their entire life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we as parents we have to do a better job of showing our kids what's actually going on in the world, not just what's going on in your town or what's just going on, you know what I'm saying, in your neighborhood, but what's actually going on in the world, what's actually going on in the country.
Yeah, I mean, you said every week, be vigilant, and we
Be vigilant.
and we don't teach our kids to be vigilant at all.
And that's the reason I say that, is because I see how non-vigilant our society is until something happens.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's my motto with everything. I even get into it with my wife a bunch of times because she's like, you get on the kids about the littlest thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, them roughhousing over there really ain't that big of a deal until one of them fall off the couch and we in the emergency room for 10 hours.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, even with every aspect of my life, I'm just like, if I can stop it from happening before it happens, that's what I want to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times we don't think about that. It's not a thing for you to lock your car until somebody break in it.
Yep. And now you locking it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. And now you mad at everybody in the house if your car ain't locked because it's been broken into. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to walk up to every single stranger until the stranger takes you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's not bad to walk up to the stranger until the stranger harms you. It ain't bad to go jump off the porch until you jump off of it and you scrape your knee up or you break your arm. Now it's a big deal. Hey, you shouldn't be jumping off the porch. When I should have stopped you from jumping. Exactly. I should have stopped you from jumping off that hole before you did it.
Yep. It's like it just like parenting. Dude, parenting is hard, bro. It's hard. And you know, you hear people say, "Oh, you know, you shouldn't spank your kids. You shouldn't yell at your kids." Well, if I don't put the fear into them now, and they leave my household and go somewhere else, thinking, "Well, I get away with it at home, so I'm gonna get away with it out here," and then somebody who don't know them put their head in the dirt, now it's on me. It's on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or it's too late. They 14, 15, 16, however old, and they start smelling themselves. You can't tell them nothing then anyway, so it's too late.
Exactly.
And it's one of those things, man. It's like people ask like y'all saying when you don't spank your kids and all that. Do you do people commit crimes because they're afraid to go to jail, or do they commit crimes because they know it's wrong? I'm a believer in most people are afraid because they're gonna go to jail. So I don't I don't want my kid, I'm gonna pop my kid on the butt, and teach them it's wrong, but they also gonna know you touch that stove, you're gonna get burned. But
exactly.
And they're gonna think, well, if I get burned, but before they get burned, they're gonna think, shit, last time I got popped. So I'm not gonna touch the stove. Exactly. I'm not gonna go steal that pop out the kitchen. The last time I got a whooping when I stole that pop.
Fear of consequence.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No, a child should not be scared of you. But yes, they should be scared of that consequence.
Yep.
Because that's what life is. When they get out of your house, when they get out of your reach, anything they do comes with a consequence. If they walk over there and they take old buddy's juice off the table, we know what the consequence of that is. If you go over there and he walk in a 7-Eleven and take their juice, what's the consequence gonna be?
You're going to the penitentiary.
And that's the thing. You have to teach them the fear of consequence. And that's the only. I feel like that's the only way.
That's the only. I got to slide.
Peace.
But
yeah, that's the only way to. That's the only way that we're gonna be able to stop all this extra YouTube, do anything for likes and views. It starts at the house.
Yep, you gotta teach them.
It starts at the house, man. But y'all know how it go. At this time in the show, man, we're gonna open it up for everybody, anybody who wants to come on here, man. Say hey, say what's up. Any comments, any rebuttals, anything you liked, anything you didn't like, man. Anything you want to hear us talk about next week, anything like that, man. Come on, hit that link. It's your time to shine.
Yeah, I just want to ask if we're gonna start talking politics because the primary elections is coming in, but next month, like November 8th. I don't know if we're gonna get into politics, man.
Listen, man, it's one thing about that. All right, I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not against talking about politics or whatever. We can shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying? We can get into it. About toe deep. But politics is just a situation where it's like you got your opinion. Like my household ain't the same as your household, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So your tax bracket ain't my tax bracket. So we're gonna have certain people that we should be following. We should be voting for, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then obviously you got your moral compass and all those variables come into the situation when it starts talking about politics.
Yep.
And it raises tempers, blood pressures. And I don't think this platform is
It's for yep.
the place to talk about it. Now, if you want to call me and we want to have that conversation on the phone or whatever you want to do, yes, we can do that. Text messages, whatever. But as far as just having like an open discussion on politics, yeah, we might mention something here and there. But I don't think
we ain't having no who you should vote for. We ain't going over platforms. We ain't going over none of that, man. Like it, because at this point, everybody's set in their ways, man. You're not gonna change nobody's mind, and I ain't got the time to do it.
And then also too, people are stuck in their ways. But then on top of that, I don't want you basing your voting off what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because like I just said, your household is not my household. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where I stand, at least on talking about the politics.
Yeah.
But man,
and plus I don't know.
And that's another thing.
I don't know nothing about the senators and governors who are running. Nope, none of that.
Exactly. And that's another thing too. Like I look at politics from like my point of view and like what's going to benefit me, like what I'm trying to do moving forward.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so obviously you're not sitting in front of the mic right now on the screen with plans of more of this. So your views of it ain't gonna be what you know what I'm saying? Like never will your views be what mine are. And that's just that's politics in a nutshell for y'all right there.
That's it. This is about all y'all gonna get.
Oh man, but hey, I gotta have my mental health checks. All right. 1 through 10, man. How you doing? I know you out there on the road right now. So how you doing in your life, man? Physically, you in the gym, you good? Personally, everything going good with you? And then business wise, man, what you got for me?
No, man. Physically, man, I am not in the gym this week. I like strained my bicep a couple weeks ago, and so I've been kind of like laid up, not laid up, but laying off the weights, doing some cardio. And then this week on the road, I have not hit the gym at all. And it's crazy because the gym is literally like right next door to my room. I could just literally go out but I'm not. I'm taking time off. And one reason, not only just my bicep, but I don't want to hit a leg day because the workout program that I got, the leg day's on a Friday.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to do is hit legs hard on a Friday and then be out trying to hunt and climb tree stand Saturday and them legs is yellow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because I'm hiking in and I don't want to put something down, I have to pack it out, and them legs get to burning again. And
yeah.
So I say physically, man, I'm sitting at about I'm sitting at about an 8. I feel good. I'm not hurting or nothing like that. Mentally, man, anytime I come out here and work with my boss, it is it's stressful. You know what I'm saying? We running and gunning because this area is vacant, don't have a rep, so we hitting stores. On top of that, we training a new guy. So trying to take my mind back to when I first started and how I was taking everything in and trying to fit my whole curriculum to match his mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't throw stuff at him that he don't understand. So that's that'll wear you out mentally. So
yeah.
And then you got retailers yelling and cussing at you. So I say about a 7 mentally. And then business wise, man, the Dreaded Archer podcast is doing
turning it up.
It's turning up over on Carbon TV, man. It's doing numbers that I have only imagined doing, and I can only thank the people out there that's tuning in and listening. I even got people who they do not hunt, they don't care about hunting, but they was like, bruh, you doing the damn thing. I'm gonna tune in and listen. I'm sitting there working my desk. I got it playing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm listening. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, but like
I
I
hear
told
you.
them, keep on listening.
Yeah.
The more you listen, you're gonna start picking stuff up. Next thing you know, you might be in a bow shop. You know what I'm saying? I've had people reach out to me and said, hey, point me in the direction, bro, because I'm trying to put something down this year.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's get it done. Give me a call, bro. I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you what to go in the bow shop and ask and get stuff done. So I want to thank everybody for going over to Carbon TV and listening because the numbers are showing, people are supporting, and I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man.
So business wise, I'm sitting at a 10 right now.
Big facts, big facts. The numbers over there are going crazy, bro. I'm proud of you for sure, man. You know, I'm right here along with you on the journey. I see you with the merch. You know what I'm saying? I see you. I've been waiting on my box. You know
Packs
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
mail, man. Packs.
I've been waiting on my box, but I guess I gotta wait a little bit longer with everybody else, man. I thought I was gonna get some special privileges, but I guess I gotta wait a
You'll
little bit
you'll
longer.
you'll have some stuff in the mail next week. Tuesday, next Tuesday will be in the
Yeah,
mail.
I hear you now.
I hear you.
But man, the numbers going crazy. You know, I love it. I love seeing that, man. But for myself, personally, man, I'm still floating, man. I'm sitting about an 8 or 9, man. Had a little bit of germs in the house this week, man. But we battled through that. Everybody back good. Everybody healthy. Um, so I'm good over there, man. 8, 9 there, man. Physically, I feel good right now. I feel like I'm running 1,000 miles an hour, doing a bunch of stuff, but everything's coming together uh, just how I wanted to, um, and it's all good. So I'm a little bit tired, but I'm making it pop. Uh, so I give myself an 8, 9 there too, man. And the business wise, man, I'm gonna have to say a 10. Uh, Pages on social media are booming. Uh,
Booming.
Obviously, the Dreaded Archer podcast booming. Read, talk, and listen. We sitting here, season 4, episode 18. Man, first night. Actually going live with the new camera. So y'all let me know what that new camera looking like.
Yeah,
What that new camera looking like out there, man. But everything, everything is everything, man. So I gotta go with the 10, man. Got out this weekend, did some management out. Uh, Not gonna hunt this weekend because we got the sneaker con, but after that, man, it's in the stand, 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 man. So I'm ready for that. So business wise, man, hey, like I said, bro, it's the 10. We have it our way, and it's gonna keep being that way because I'm gonna keep saying it.
That's it. Gotta do it, man. Gotta do it. It's wild because I've talked to people this week since I've been out here. We had a new account manager start. He from Omaha, and he was out here working. He was like, hey, he had to go to dinner tonight, and he was like, hey man, you want to go to dinner? I'm like, yeah. I said, but dude, I gotta be back by 7:00 because I got a podcast because 7:00 my time is 8 your time over on this way. So what you call? We had dinner. He goes, you got a podcast? So I started telling him about it. He goes, hey man, I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna go listen to it. But he don't got no Facebook. So I was like, dude, you can go to Spotify and listen to some of the past shows. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I was like, and go check out the Dreaded Archer. You know, I had to throw that in there.
Got to, man. Hey, I had, just like you said, man, I had one of my homies. It's crazy because he kind of from down the street, but I didn't meet him until he lived in Fayetteville. And I met him through Xbox. So it's even more crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So played Xbox with him for years. And I don't play that much. I don't play that much no more. He don't play that much. So we don't really be talking no more. But he called me, he hit me up, he texted me, he was like, hey man, send me your number. I need to talk to you. And he called me and he was like, hey man, I'm about to pick up a bow. I'm about to go get a bow, man. I see you and your brother doing y'all shit, man. I'm about to go get me a bow.
Hell yeah.
And that, bro, I hung up that phone, bro, cheese and down ear to ear. And if y'all knew the cat, I mean, he do the fishing and stuff like that, but he don't hunt. You know what I'm saying? He don't hunt at all. But he's like, I'm finna go get me a bow, man. And I was like, okay, our job, technically, our job is done.
Our job is done, man. It's done. That's what the Dreaded Archer was all about. It's to get people who would have never thought to pick up a bow to give it a try. And you ain't got to hunt. It ain't about hunting. It's about just picking up a new hobby and figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Shooting a bow is complicated. You know what I'm saying? And it's something it'll make you think.
Yeah.
And that's what, that's a long day after work. Grab that bow and you go out there and shoot, teach you patience. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many lessons that come with just shooting a bow. And then when you throw hunting into the mix, that's a whole nother group of lessons that you're gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? How to be, like I said, patient. You know what I'm saying? How to focus. You know what I'm saying? When you take that shot, you got to make sure you get perfect shot placement. You know what I'm saying? And it just showing you doing things over and over and over again and perfecting it. No matter how long you shoot a bow, you'll never be able to hit the bullseye every time. But shit, you can get damn near close. And that's all you need when you put down the animals. Just I need to be in the vicinity.
Exactly. And everything gonna come out just right.
Yep. And you get your own meat at the end of the day.
Exactly.
That's the best part, man. That's the best part. And if you go listen to the latest episode of the Dread Archer podcast, we're talking with Jonathan Wilkins of the Black Duck Revival. He said something that like really, like it stuck with me. I still think about it. I was thinking about it earlier today. He was like, it's so primal. It's primal as hell to go out, harvest an animal, gut it, skin it, process it, and then feed to your family. That's shit that we've been doing since the beginning of time.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's primal. You go way back in the day when you had Og and Grog, you know what I'm saying, sitting in a cave, you know what I'm saying, cooking, Tyrannosaurus Rex over fire and sharing the stories on how they did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you think about it, millions of years later, we still doing that to this day. And it's something that it's like those ancestral memories come back because we all come from somebody who was out there doing that.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm waiting on for my first bow kill, man.
Gonna bite the heart?
No, I can't do it. But I know how it feels, just to feed your family that meat. But I know I just keep hearing, when you do it with the bow, it's a lot different. Yep. So I'm waiting on that, man. It's gonna be a hell of a time. I'm gonna cook it up. I'm gonna grill it up. I'm gonna fry it. I'm gonna dye it. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I do it all. But I'm really gonna do it all with that one, man. I mean, every piece of that deer, the first deer I get with my bow, every piece of it will be used.
Hey, yeah. Save the heart.
Yeah, every piece of it will be used, man. Believe that for sure.
Shoot, I didn't see people making deer skin gloves. So now I gotta figure it. Give me a hide and make a pair of gloves and a rug, bro. Hey, bro, how cool would it be? You put a buck down, or a buck you probably gonna mount, but you get a doe and you tan it, make like a blanket, and you give to Nora. She wrapped up in a little doe you didn't you didn't drop.
Hey,
little doe hide blanket.
Little doe hide blanket, baby. A little throw. I'm gonna need about 4. I'm gonna need about 4 or 5 though.
Like a blanket.
But hey, man, you got any last words for the people?
Hey, man, it's like I always say, man, if you want to do something, go and do it. We are in the end of the year, man. We rolling into the last quarter. Well, we are in the last quarter. The last quarter of the year. That's it. So, if you've been talking about losing weight, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna lose weight in 2023. Start making that plan now. You know what I'm saying? Start going out for a walk now. And that walk turn into a light little jog. That jog turn into a run. You know what I'm saying? That run turn into a sprint. And then you run into 2023, already got a strong foundation going. You know what I'm saying? If you out there, you think about starting a podcast, hey, start recording on your phone. You can literally start a podcast with your phone. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to interview people from all over the country. Just get your phone, get some homies and sit in the room and start talking. Start there. Then start building your equipment up. Rolling in 2023 with a couple of episodes. upload them. It's all free. Everything is free, besides the equipment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to shoot archery, you want to start learn how to shoot a bow, start going to the bow shop. You don't gotta buy a bow right off rip. You can just talk to the pro shop owner. They give you a whole history on archery, what you need to do, what to look for, all this other stuff. And then roll into 2023, you know what I'm saying? Income tax come in, go get your bow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start shooting. Reach out to somebody who already shooting. Say, hey man, like let's go out and shoot. Or just if you hang around an archery shop long enough, you gonna shoot. You gonna start shooting, you know what I'm saying? Just like you hang around a bar long enough, you gonna get drunk.
You're gonna get drunk.
So, you know what I'm saying? If you got something you want to do, go and do it. And just remember, nothing great comes from the state of comfort. So you're gonna have to get out your comfort zone a little bit.
Got to. And while you're getting out that comfort zone, make sure, I'm gonna say it again, you're being vigilant out there, man. Hey, know who your kids playing with, know the parents of the kids your kids playing with, and just know what's going on, man. Know what's going on when you walk into your car, man, coming out the grocery store. Who was around when you came in, who's still around when you going out. Simple things like that, man, can save you and your family from a whole lot of headache. We can't save everybody, but we can save somebody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all just make sure y'all taking that with you to work, taking that with you home, taking that, anywhere you go. I'm taking mine. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all take that with you, man. But if also make sure y'all be on the lookout for the drop. We'll pop up a picture of them next week. But we got the Panda Lows on a giveaway from the Read, Talk, and Listen and for the toe. Coming to y'all live. We'll have a graphic for y'all and all that stuff coming up in the following weeks, man. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, any of the podcast streaming services, make sure you get over to Instagram when we drop this giveaway. You still can get in, even if you over there on the Spotify and you're hearing this a couple of days late or a week late. I'll have some dates for y'all next week when the contest will be over with. But you can still get in, so make sure y'all get over there and get in the shoe giveaway, man. We dropping some rare, well, I ain't gonna say rare because they did a restock on them. But the Panda Dunks. You know what I'm saying? Highs and lows. You know what I'm saying? If you win, you get your choice, highs and lows. All right. May not be for you, might be for a gift. All right. I have sizes on y'all and all that too next week. But with all that being said, man, this is season 4, episode 18 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. My boy, Killer Cam, in the back. We are out.
Peace.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't come close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you